Hi, I'm Di. Welcome to my channel. I'm doing a sewing project today, and this is quite a simple project, and we're making a headband, a head wrap, or a Rosie wrap. You can call it all different things. It's all the same thing. Now, these are used, just to tie your hair up, but it's a real retro thing. A lot of people who are into rockabilly, rock and roll, will wear these headbands. It's called a Rosie Wrap after Rosie the Riveter. So if you're not familiar with that, go do a Google search and you'll see what I'm talking about. So it is a retro piece of clothing, a retro headband, but really in place in today's modern age. So it's not out of place because it's retro. It just depends on the fabric that you use. Match it with your outfit, have a few of them, and they look great. So we need to get started, and I'll just show you what we're doing. So with these, you can make them two ways. You can make them with the same fabric on both sides, or you can make them with contrasting. So you might like to do a plain with a patterned fabric. You might like to do two complementary patterns, or two different colors plain, whichever you like. It's up to you. But this is our pattern. So this is, I've got one for each, for the liner and for the outer, but as I said, you can do it however it suits you. Now the dimensions on this, I'll just give you this. This is 96 centimeters long, or 38, sorry, I'm just looking for the dimensions, or 38.5 inches. Yeah, 38.5 inches from the point here to the end here. Sorry, I've folded this in half. I've cut it in half. So the full length is 38, and you'd have a long piece like that with the points on both ends. But to save cutting, I just do it on the fold, so that I only have to cut half as much. Makes it quicker. So they're the dimensions. You can make the pattern the full length if you want, or you can do it on the fold. Now the width of this is 2.5 inches, but I'm going to make some which are a little bit wider as well, because some people like them thinner, some people like it wider. Now 2.5 inches, I'm just checking that in centimeters. Let me have a look. That is 6.5 centimeters. And the length that I've done this is 49 centimeters, or 19.5. And was that 19.5 or 19.25? It's 19.25. And if you want to make it wider, you'd make it 8.5 centimeters or 9 centimeters. 8.5 will be 3.5 inches. So you can do it 2.5 or 3.5. Now, if you have a particularly large head, you might want to make it a little bit longer. I have a large head, so I'll probably be adding an extra. If I add an extra ½ inch to the end, that, because I'm folding it over, that will be doubled. So that will make it an extra inch. Okay, so to get the point on here, we measure from the end. We just make a rectangle, and then from the end of it, we measure in 5 inches. 5 inches is 12.5 centimeters. We measure in, put a line, and then just draw a little bit rounded from the center to the top and bottom, and that will give you your taper. So here we go. I'll just cut the fabric out. So I have cut out my pattern pieces, and here I have them. So we've got nice long pattern piece. Now, if you just want to check, that's how it goes. And don't forget there's seam allowances, so it will be a little bit shorter, and then we tie it on top. So what I need to do is just put you down here so you can see we need to put the right sides together. So we need to take our fabric and we need to have the right sides together. Then we will need to go all the way around with the seam, joining both edges all the way around, except we will leave a gap of about 2 to 3 inches because we need to turn this inside out. So we'll go and do that. I'll sew it and then I'll come back. Don't know what my camera's doing, but seems to have shut down then. I'm just telling you that I'm going to use the chopstick to help me make nice points, and I'm turning this the right way out. So this may take a minute or two. Right, start using the chopstick. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Just need to get started. That's what it's all about now. While I'm there, I will get that point happening. So I'll stick the chopstick back in and just trying to get that point happening there. So there we go, we have a nice point. And now we need to do the other side of the headband. Right, yep. Once you get it started, it doesn't take long. There we go. Now while I'm here, I'll get that point happening. Now you want to be really careful because we've chopped it back, there's not much fabric there, and it would be very easy to poke that straight through. Okay, so now I'm going to iron it, and when I iron it, I'm actually going to make sure that this part that I left open, I fold down the seam so that I can just go back to the machine and then just put a stitch along there. Okay, so that's all ironed and ready to go. And the next thing we need to do is just to do a stitch all the way around. And while we're doing that, that will enclose that little opening we left as well. So we'll do that and then I'll come back. And there we have it. I've stitched all along the edges all the way around. And there you have it. I am wearing the finished product and I love it. Now I made these before and I found that they were a little bit small on my head, but this is just the right size. So what I'm thinking is that I possibly made them and then washed it and it shrank a little bit. So the thing you should be doing is to wash your fabric before you make it. But there's a lot of room there. Even if it shrinks a bit, there's still going to be plenty of room. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click the notification bell, that ding, ding, ding bell, and that way you'll know every time I upload a new video. So have fun sewing and see you on the next one. Bye for now.